Hello. I wanted to do a vlog today. And the vlog is it's mainly for my own records because I just wanted to commemorate this day where uh, I, for the kind of not for the first time, but for the first time where I really it really worked well. I actually listened to a story or read a book, and actually imagined the scene in my head, and like I could see it. Um, Basically, what happened was like maybe a long time ago, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, one of my friends, Vu, he said that when he reads, like he imagines the scene like as a movie, or he can see the scenes, and he was like really surprised that I didn't do it when I read. And also one of our friends, Chaya, was talking as well, and she doesn't do it either. So she says when she reads, she doesn't imagine it either, and I don't, and but Vu does. So I'm not sure if it's like 50% of the world does and doesn't. I don't know what the percentages are, or if there's only like a few people who don't imagine it and most people do, or most people. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what the percentages are, but all I know is that most, because I read a lot of books when I was in primary school, like heaps of books. I love books, always have, and I love stories. But I don't think I've really ever like read and fully imagined every scene, and you know as a picture in my head, that kind of thing. I mean, I've tried to do it sometimes, and when I have done it in the past, I really enjoyed it. But then I found that it's kind of like almost like doing an exercise. Like my analogy for it is like doing the plank exercise. You know, the one where you're on the ground and you kind of got your hands down and you kind of make yourself straight, and you can hold it for a certain amount of time. Like I don't know how long and then after a while you start to get tired and then you stop. That's like me for doing this kind of thing. Like trying to imagine it. Like I do it, and then after a while it just kind of stops, and I just go back to reading how it is. And to explain what it's like to read a story and not imagine the picture, like it's kind of like as if I thought about this today. It's like as if someone, your friend, came and just told you a story about like their day, and like you're listening to the story, and like you know what happened, but you're not always like imagining every single thing that's happening like in your head, like as a movie kind of thing. So you know the details. So that's kind of like when I'm reading a story most of the time. It's like that. I read it, I know what's happening, and yeah, I get it. But and it does still take me away to another place and stuff. It's great, but it's not the same as kind of like imagining it. Because today was Saturday, so it was my long jog day, like for marathon training, and I jogged for almost 3 hours. And I want to talk a little bit about that at the end because it's kind of a separate issue. But during that long run, because I run one direction along this path, and when I get to like halfway, which was today, was like an hour and a half or something, I turn around and start heading back. And on the way back, because I'd gone further today than I'd ever got, like each Saturday I try to go a little bit further than normal. So I went really far, and like when I turned around, I thought, oh my god! Like in my head, I was thinking, yeah, there's a long way to go, And so I was thinking, because when I run with Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time audiobooks in my ears, and often like when I'm running, like it's in the background, the story's in the background, and every now and then I'll switch to it and like kind of pay attention to what's happening. Like sometimes I'll be like 5 minutes and I've like, oh god, I wasn't even listening to the story. I don't know what's happening. But luckily the story doesn't move so fast that I don't know what's going on. But yeah, but on the way back I was thinking, it's a long jog back. I really need to. I'm gonna try focusing on this story, like put my attention on the story, and let the kind of jogging just be in the background, like as if I was just like sitting and reading a book, and the jogging isn't the big thing. Because I just wanted to, like, that's how I felt, like to be in the moment. It's funny the things you think about when you're on a really long jog, like normally when I jog for an hour or so, it's fine. I really am in the moment, like, because it feels like I said earlier on, like I found like jogging 1 hour, 10k or whatever, it's like feels really okay, But training up to a marathon, like for me at the moment, like pushing it, and like on the way back from the 3 hour jog today, or it was 2.5 to 3 hours, somewhere in between there. the last bit I was just like really not struggling, but like oh, you know, feeling like yep, this is I can't wait to get home. But anyways, like I know the thing is like when I'm trying to jog, oh, now there's like two topics blending together. Basically, the best thing is not to try to think, okay, I want to be home quickly, like, or you know, try not to think about the end goal, but just focus on the moment, being in the moment. It's really good training. Like, I mean, like, it makes it so much easier. But I really have to try to be in the moment, like, just every step, and not think about, oh man, there's so much further to go till I get there. It's like really good training for that kind of stuff.
Rồi,
Yeah.
để làm cho rồi, quay tiếp lên cho xem.
Yeah.
Để làm cho này.
Okay.
Ăn thử.
Okay.
Đặt giấy sợi ha.
Yeah.
Ngon ghê á. Này không có đường.
Okay.
Con quậy cửa lên.
Giống á.
Quậy cửa lên.
Oh, my mom's making just made some yogurt. It looks like real yogurt. She even used the like containers that they come in. Pretty cool. She hasn't put any sugar in it, so it's like plain yogurt, but that's fine. Healthy. But yeah, it's good. Wow. Anyways, oh yeah, she's been watching. She just recently discovered on YouTube that you can find out any recipe you want and learn how to cook it. So it's been really good. She's been making so many different things every day. It's really good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay. Oh, being in the moment. Yeah, like I know when I do yoga and stuff, like it's like, let's say it's an 1 hour. Like I do the P90X, so 1 hour yoga video. It's so much better when I try not to think, okay, it's like an hour long. I gotta just focus on each move and try to clear my mind, actually. So yoga is really good for practicing that. Like, it makes it so much more fun and enjoyable when you just kind of clear your mind and just do the thing without thinking. Like, I found that so much. It's hard to do, I mean, like, for me. But when I do it properly, it feels really nice. Just like being in the moment, it's good. So jogging, I'm finding that at the moment too. These really long jogs, I just have to kind of remind myself just to not think about like trying to finish it quickly. Even though I want to like get back home and just like, oh, dinner time, I just want to thinking, oh, get home, eat dinner and stuff like that. But anyways, so back to what I was saying, like, yeah, I wanted to, I got into the end of my thing and turned around and I got like an hour and a half to get back, which I really like because this way I run, it's not like doing laps. It's like you run and you go how far you run, and then you turn around and you have to get home. So you have to run back, so it's good in that sense. It's still kind of, yeah, it's good. Anyways, so I was thinking, okay, to make this better, I'm just going to focus on this story, like, that I'm listening to. Right now, I'm up to the second book, The Great Hunt, in Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series. And it was cool. I was running, and I tried to, I was up to the scene where Egwene and Nynaeve getting trained by one of the Aes Sedai or something like that. And it was really cool because I imagined the scene and like in my head, like it was like a TV show or something. Like I could see it. It was really cool because this, I mean, I don't normally do this when I read. Like it's like an effort for me to actually do it. Like it's like directing a movie in a way, but it was kind of cool because it was instantaneous almost. So I had like this image of because I know that Nynaeve and Egwene have brown hair now, so in my head I just quickly cast Egwene as Jennifer Lawrence, the actress, with brown hair, and Nynaeve I cast Megan Fox with brown hair, and the lady, the Aes Sedai training them, I cast in my head this like oldish lady, but she's, because Aes Sedai apparently are really like they age really well and you can't tell their age and stuff. So in my head she was like an old woman, but not frail or anything like that. And they were in this room on a boat and they were getting trained. It was cool because I imagined it and like directed it in my head like a little movie. That scene sticks in my head so much more as if I just kind of like been jogging and it was in the background. And it was cool because I really want to do this also because I wanted to improve my writing in that with my writing, I want to be able to imagine scenes in my head and then just kind of put down what I see. I would love to do that better. I hope this is like training a muscle in a way that it just gets my imagination like flowing more and better at it. And I just found a new appreciation for this story by Robert Jordan, Wheel of Time, when I actually took the time to imagine everything that was happening, because he goes into so much detail in each scene, like what the characters are doing, and thinking it's great. Like normally when I was jogging and just kind of listening to it, I was thinking, this story moves along pretty slowly, like that's all I only really thought about it, like it's like really slow. And I was like, oh, that's perfect, because I've got like till October, and it's like April now, and I've got till October for this training for the marathon, so I'm in no rush to finish the story. Anyways, when I actually imagined everything that was happening, I had such an appreciation of the story so much more. Like I love the story much more. It's cool because today when I was running, it was like Saturday morning, and it was like sunny, like nice and sunny, and there was like a breeze, and it was funny because the scene, it's funny because it all tied in together with the story. Like they're on a boat, and like this is not really a spoiler, like I won't say anything that's going to ruin the story for you, but basically they're on a boat and they're heading towards this city, like it's an island. Because funny, now I know the story so much better because I imagined it. That is an island, and there was white walls and a white tower, and the sun was glistening on the walls, and when they landed, docked the boat, the sailors were like unfurling the sails, and there was people on the shore, like the crew or cargo people taking off the boat. Oh, it was cool because I feel like, because actually it was sunny and the breeze, I could almost feel like I was there, and which is really cool. And the scene where Nynaeve and Egwene were getting trained was really cool because it's not a spoiler. This story is so huge. It's not like gonna do anything, so I'm just gonna say what happened in the scene. Basically, the Aes Sedai like picked up with her thoughts or her power, picked up Nynaeve and had her upside down and stuff like that. And it was cool because it was such a kinetic, moving kind of scene, which was really great for the first scene that I really used my imagination to direct. I'm gonna call it directing, because it's basically in my head. I was like, it wasn't even hard to, like, whenever they would, I think in the past, what held me back a bit was like I wasn't sure like what this character would look like or what the scene would look like. But now I realize it doesn't matter. Like, just imagine anything. Like you get a character and you just pick what they want to look like, and later on if you find some information that changes that, you can quickly change it, or where the setting is, where they are, it doesn't really matter. Just pick something and you just see it. Like, you see it's so much fun to do, but at the same time it's not too easy. Like for me, like I said, it was like doing the plank exercise. I gotta continually kind of keep thinking about doing it. If I stop, it just kind of fades away and go back to normal. But hopefully if I keep doing it, my imagination will get really good and it just kind of becomes natural. I think a few days ago I tried to do it as well when I was reading Aragon, and I found that was fun too. Like, there was a scene where I just was reading it and I was like picturing what was happening, like, it was really good. So yeah, the scene where they're on the boat getting trained, that was like a TV show. And the next scene where Rand, they were in my head, they were in the desert at night. They were trying to hunt for this dagger, and he was with Selene. It's funny, I know the story so much better now, like I imagined it. It's really cool. I love it. But to me, that was kind of it was like an episode of anime in a way. Like, they were kind of cartoony a little bit. It was just cool too. A really nice looking anime. Like, I can imagine it was fun, so much fun to imagine. Like, so I hopefully from now on, when I read or listen to audiobooks, I imagine it, because it's just so much more satisfying and you get so much more out of it, and I get so much more appreciation out of this story the Wheel of Time now by Robert Jordan, because he actually describes everything that's happening, and it's really fun to picture these scenes, because he's giving you like things about what's happening. So yeah, I'd love to, if I write my stories like later on with practice, hopefully I can imagine like really you know, cool scenes and stuff, and then jot them down, and then hopefully other people who read stories that I write, if I ever get around to writing them, kind of get the same enjoyment as well. So it's kind of cool. So I'm always one day I'll finish this Wheel of Time series audiobooks, and hopefully there'll be other stories. I'm sure there are, where I want to find writers who, when I picture like what's happening with the story, that it's kind of fun and cool. Because I know there must be a broad range where some stories are fun and interesting to picture and stuff like that, and some aren't. I'm pretty sure there's a broad range, so it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. So I just wanted to make this video today just to kind of commemorate how I'm feeling, because I mean, nothing really happened. Like, if you're listening to this, you're thinking, it was just, you know, you imagine like the story, but to me it was fun. It was like as if I was there. I was in the room while Nynaeve and Egwene were getting trained, like right in the room. I got on the boat. I was on the boat with him. I was there when the boat, when they spotted land, when they got off the boat. I was there with Rand in the desert. It's cool because, yeah, like it's fun, like just quickly casting people in different roles. Like, you get a name and you think, oh, okay, what do they look like? So I just pick someone for it's usually actors or something, like, you know, quickly put them in the spot or whatever. And yeah, it was so much fun. I think that's all I want to say for this video. Okay, I want to quickly go back to the marathon training, because I just want to say that I'll be very proud of myself when I finish this thing, because I don't know what else to say, but yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's I mean, I'm doing it, but yeah, I don't know what I want to say about it, except that I feel really good when I finish this. It's really okay, one thing I want to say about it, it's kind of cool because I run along this kind of let's call it a bike track that goes along like the Westall extension, and which keeps going on all these different roads that I don't even know the names of now. But it's fun, like, when I get to where I've gone as far as I've gone before, and then I go a bit further, because then I get to see new landscape. It's really fun, actually, because like during the week I run up and back, and most of the time I'm getting it quite familiar with the track that I do. But on a Saturday or whenever a day where I have time to actually go further, it's so fun because it's the landscape, it's different. Like, each segment is different views. I mean, it's still road and cars and stuff like that, but it was fun. Like, today today I went past Chandler Highway, went past CityLink, like intersection of CityLink, and then I got to this fork in the road where I could follow this bike track down to CityLink something, and I don't know, but it was just fun to like, it's like really fun to like go past where you've gone before and just the next segment and see what it's like. That part is really fun. Then turning around and running back, it's not quite as fun, but it's good. You know what's good? When you get to turn around and head back, because every step you take is getting you closer to home. That's one positive of it. So it's like half and half. So it's good. I'm really glad I decided to do this marathon training. I'm very glad, because it's good exercise, and you know, I'm learning a lot, and also it's given me this kind of reason to focus on imagining, and I like to call it directing a movie, like, in my head. It's so, I wish I could like direct these movies and then just put them onto like a screen or something, because I reckon it'd be really cool. It was funny because the cool thing is, like, when I direct, it's fun because it's really, the characters, they just do what the story says, but I'm not really fussed, like, if they don't do it properly. They can do kind of strange, you know what I mean? Like, it's not proper movie, it's just like, they do the things, but they can be a bit silly about it and stuff. And there was one scene where, I won't say, I'll just say one of the characters, like, she learned how to make little flames come out of her fingers and dance between her fingers. And in my head, I imagined this little flame, and it had like a face and mouth, and it was like jolly little flame. It was like bouncing around from finger to finger. It was so cool. So that was really fun. Like, it's fun just putting things in and just like, not worrying so much like it's perfect to what like it should be in the story. So okay, now I'm probably rambling. I've said all I want to say, and I really enjoy it. Hopefully I can practice it and keep it up and get better at imagining stuff.